Greetings class, my name is William and I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about leadership. The most significant leadership position that I'm involved in at this current time is the fact that I am the commander of a small group of Marines who protect the U.S. Embassy overseas. My job as a detachment commander is very significant in its leadership because I lead a small unit of U.S. Marines, and it's challenging because we are thousands of miles away from the nearest Marine Corps base, hundreds of miles away from any other Marines, and we work in a significantly different environment than we're used to. My job as a commander is a significant leadership position because I'm literally involved in every aspect of those Marines' lives, whether it's from their quality of life, the food they eat, the training they get, their morale, their welfare, every aspect of their life I'm involved in, and I'm expected to lead them in a positive way. There's a few things that our textbook talks about when it comes to leaders. It talks about leaders who are multipliers, and it talks about leaders who are diminishers. Diminishers are those leaders who, as they lead, end up actually taking away and becoming toxic to those that follow them, while multipliers are those leaders who actually build up those who fall under them through their leadership. I try to be a multiplier in that in every aspect of my leadership, I try to not only lead my Marines in a way to where they accomplish their goal, but in a way to where it builds them up as leaders themselves. And that's very challenging in some ways because it requires you to take a step back and really evaluate your leadership. One of the leadership principles that we learn in the Marine Corps is to know yourself and seek self-improvement. So each day I have to go home and look in the mirror and ask myself a question: am I leading in a way which will inhibit others to become better leaders themselves? And if not, what am I doing to improve that? Another principle that we learn is to employ your troops within their capabilities. One thing that leaders do that is sometimes harmful, and the book mentions this also, is that leaders sometimes have the mentality that if those that are following them aren't doing things or are not meeting their expectations, then they come in and they take over, and they in a way strip that sense of responsibility away from their followers. I have to make sure that I'm not doing that. So what I do is I try to delegate certain small tasks, certain small leadership tasks to the Marines that come under me. And what that does is when they accomplish their tasks, it builds up confidence and motivation and the ability for them to lead at their level. But the tasks have to be challenging to them. It has to be something that will cause them to think critically and use their potential. When they use their potential and they see that potential actually accomplishing something in a positive way, it really builds them up as a leader. And so leaders are those that pour into other success. They care more about others' success rather than their own, and they lead selflessly in a way that is positive and not toxic to their environment. That's just a little bit about my leadership as a Marine security guard, detachment commander working at a United States Embassy abroad. I could go on and on about that and tell you more about what we do, but it'll be long and too much for this clip. So I enjoy this class. I enjoy talking about leadership, and I look forward to future discussions.